everyone, how are you doing, man? Welcome back to our YouTube. I am Nuha.
And I'm Sal.
And Little.
This is Little Aziz, and we make NuhaSal.
Yeah, tell them, hey, my Jamaican people, what go on, man?
Oh, look at you.
Ah, that's you. Look, Aziz. So yeah, welcome back again, man. Thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed to our YouTube. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. And also excuse our little boy, he'll be probably eating through this episode.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep him entertained as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him, look at him. Tell him, hey, diaspora Jamaican people, how are you doing, man? Huh?
Dad.
Dad.
Oh, you want to
Dad.
sing?
Huh?
He wants to sing. Open shut there.
Open shut. You wanna sing in there? You wanna see yourself singing?
Yeah.
Huh? He thinks this is the kid stuff that
Yeah, he thinks he's watching Miss Rachel, I think. Miss Rachel.
He thinks that's what he's watching. He said, I'm on TV.
Yeah.
So yeah, Beth, what are we doing today?
So we're watching Geography Now, Jamaica. So time to visit Jamaica. We visited South Africa through Geography Now.
Yeah.
But now we're going to Jamaica.
And yeah, someone has suggested about this video. He said we should do Geography Now about Jamaica. He said he's from Jamaica. Is it he or she, right?
I can't remember now. You're the one that told me.
So he wants to see Geography Now about South Africa. I don't know what your name was. We forgot, but we're gonna put your name here. So
Yes.
yeah. And also there will be one about the Gambia, because I'm from the Gambia, and we have like a massive like influence of Jamaican culture.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the whole Rastafarian thing and that is big in Gambia. So I'm excited about the Jamaican one that we're gonna do today.
And yeah, I'm excited. And then also finally we'll get to see a bit of a Gambia.
Oh
It's
yeah.
in Geography Now, we'll see.
Yeah. You wanna see Gambia too?
See your home country, huh?
Today we're back with Jamaica. That's diaspora, eh?
Yeah.
African diaspora. Huh? Let's go. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Jamaican subscriber Ashley P sent me this book of Jamaican patois poems by Louise Bennett. Here's a poem about a time a circus came to Kingston and a lion escaped from its cage. What a magic, what a mystery. Circus lion boss him bound, and the crowd don't get excited, and the crowd is safe and sound. Jamaica people grand and child, Jamaica people bold. They face the king obese with everything under control. The lion bust the cage door down, the lion jumped the wall. Not a soul done holler out, and not a soul done bawl. The lion mingled with the crowd and prowled from west to east. The people sitting calmly and salute the king obese. I love patois.
I love it.
Geography Now! Hey everybody, I'm your host Barbs. Jamaica. Probably the most iconic Caribbean nation to ever hit international mainstream pop culture. So many things to talk about. Let's just jump in.
Jamaican people.
Back in the Caribbean. Don't you just love this region of the planet? First of all, Jamaica is the 4th largest island country in the Caribbean, located west of Haiti, south of Cuba, and east of the Cayman Islands, where all the billionaires hide those wonderfully offshore bank accounts to avoid taxes. Jamaica is divided into 14 parishes, and the capital, Kingston, in itself acting as a parish. The parishes are further kind of split into 3 historic counties that don't have any administrative relevance. They are Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. Yeah, with names like that, you can almost smell the British residue. The largest, except for the capital, Kingston, would be Spanish Town and Portsmouth, both in the St. Catherine Parish. However, if we're talking about outside the general Kingston area, the next largest would be Montego Bay and Mandeville, with the 3 busiest and only international airports being Kingston, Norman, Manly International, Montego Bay's Sangster International, and Bosco Bell's Ian Fleming International. There was some controversy over naming that last airport because everybody was like, why don't we name it after a Jamaican person? But Prime Minister Golding was like, look, the dude kind of put Jamaica on the map, and if it wasn't for us, he wouldn't have had the inspiration to create James Bond, so suck it up, people. Now, despite being small, Jamaica still holds its ground under the territory between
Hold on. I know Montego Bay. What did he say about to put James Bond in the...
No, apparently Jamaica inspired James Bond.
James Bond, really, eh?
That's what I think they're saying, yeah.
Because James Bond goes to the islands and he has his boat and he has always have a woman in there too.
I think that's what, that's why I was like, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah? Okay. I didn't know that either.
You showing everyone off your food?
You have food, yeah?
Yeah, good job. Now keep eating.
Azizo is Rastafari.
Nicaragua and the U.S. over the uninhabited submerged reef sandbank areas of Bajo Nuevo and the Serranía Bank. Remember, people, the second you discover even the smallest sandbank protruding from the sea, you gotta claim it. That way you get an exclusive economic zone. Woohoo! Speaking of which, the country has about 30 smaller islands and islets and keys and sandbanks lining their shores, the largest one being Great Goat Island in the south across Moore's Pen. Now, the one thing you need to know about Jamaica and its charm is that if you come, you will notice some of the strangest place names imaginable. Each town has a little bit of a story and context, so you'll encounter things like Broke Neck Gully, Rat Trap, Betty's Hope, Rest and Be Thankful, Old Woman Savannah, See Me No More, Time and Patience, Wait a Bit, and my personal favorite, Me No Sen, You No Come. Jamaicans just like to call it as they see it. Simple, no need to overcome.
What the hell? Wait a bit. What did he say?
He said that's not the kind of towns you'll come across.
Did he say wait a bit?
Yeah, wait a bit. Yeah.
Boy, you can tell Jamaicans don't give a F word, bro. I'm telling you. the Jamaicans were the Rastafarians. Oh man. As it's always Rasta in the heart.
What do you think is this, huh? He's like,
did he say wait in the bit? Wait a minute or wait in the bit? Wait a bit.
Yeah.
Wait a bit. Oh
Complicate. Man. What should we call this place? Drop Sandwich Lagoon! Another interesting thing is that Jamaica has maroon villages, which are inhabited by people descended from slaves that escaped and created their own free societies in the mountains. These villages would eventually play a strong role in Jamaica's history, and in a future episode, Sierra Leone, but you'll just have to wait like 47 years for that episode. Today, they kind of hold like a slight autonomous and separate role from the rest of Jamaican culture as they live in secluded areas, holding on to ancient African traditions. Otherwise, some top notable spaces of interest might include Heroes Circle, glistening waters with bioluminescent organisms that light up, Windsor's Fire Spring, you can literally light it on fire, Sunken Pirate City, Floyd's Pelican Bar made of driftwood, Dolphin Cove, the Bob Marley Museum and Mausoleum, Dunn's River Falls, Reggae Beach, Cool Runnings Water Park, Mountain River Cave with Taino and Arawak paintings, Mystic Mountain Rainforest.
Oh, we gotta go to Jamaica, babe.
Well, we gotta go to Jamaica. They have a lot of things. I saw a lot of people visiting there for holidays and that. But they got cool stuff, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go to Jamaica one day.
Yeah, you gotta go to Jamaica, bro. It's nice, you know?
Stuff.
Yeah, you know, we watch a lot of these shows like Love and Hip Hop and that and that.
Yeah.
And that. A lot of people go there, like in the shows and that.
Oh, and what's her name? She's from Jamaica, isn't she?
Spices.
Yeah,
you know
Spice.
Spices on Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah.
She's Jamaican.
Yeah, correct.
And
yeah,
also
yeah.
she has a show in Gambia, you know? She has a show in Gambia. She was in Gambia.
Open,
Hello.
shut them, open, shut them, put them on your lap.
Yo, but Jamaica is nice. Well, we should visit Jamaica. No, we should visit Jamaica. It's nice, man.
Forest, bobsledding in Ochos Rios, Martha Bray River with wooden rafts, and Irie Blue Hole and Secret Falls. Yeah, I'm still kind of mind blown over that fire, water, and glowing lagoon place. That's just proof that Jamaica is thriving with magical natural wonders. Which brings us to...
Wow.
Jamaica may be small, but it is definitely loaded with natural treasures. First of all, Jamaica lies below the Cayman Trough on the Nicaragua Rise, an area in the Caribbean Sea that is elevated, giving Jamaica shallower waters and richer biodiversity. This also gives them the 7th largest natural harbor in the world, Kingston Harbor. The country is also about 146 miles long, 235 kilometers, and at its widest, only about 52 miles, 84 kilometers wide. Basically, Jamaica is made up of nice valleys and plains in the west and center, sometimes referred to as cockpit country, with the small Mocho and Dry Harbor Mountains in the center. And finally, the tallest range, the Blue Mountains, with the tallest peak, Blue Mountain Peak, in the east, starting around Kingston. The longest river being the Black...
They call, we got the Blue Mountains here too, in Sydney.
Oh, why is it called Blue Mountain? Is that because there's snow on top? Is that?
I don't know. I realised, yeah.
Maybe
we
the
got
clouds
same
is
names.
just blue up there, maybe. You know,
Maybe because it's so tall, it's in the sky.
The sky, the blue, yeah, you can see the blue, yeah. Kingston,
Does anyone-
Jamaica.
Does anyone else know why it's called Blue Mountains? Please drop a comment. I don't know.
Yeah. I think Mount Gambia is the red one, yeah. Mount Gambia.
What is it called?
Is it Mount Gambia? You know, Mount
the one
Gambia
in
here in Australia.
Yeah.
Is it red? Is it in red? It's red color, eh?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah. I think
I haven't looked
so
it
many
up.
times. Yeah, looked it up. It's just like red.
I have to look it up. Yeah, no.
Kingston, Jamaica. I know Kingston. Kingston is very famous in Jamaica.
Ah.
Yeah, I used to watch the show. It's a Ratty and Capone is from Jamaica. Jamaica, man, Gambia, Africa, the Jamaican culture there is massive, you know. One of Haile Selassie.
Yeah.
I think Haile Selassie has something to do with their culture stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why most of Rastafarians will say Haile Selassie. And Haile Selassie is from Ethiopia.
Wow.
Yeah, most of their songs they sing about Ethiopia a lot because I think that's it, they have a culture stuff related to Ethiopia, you know. So yeah. See, I know.
Black River on the west side and Wally Wash Pond being the largest body of water inland. Now, just like we studied in the Dominica episode, Jamaica is also home to natural mineral and hot springs such as Blue Hole, Bubbling Springs, Milk River, Rockford Mineral Spa, and the Blue Lagoon. Not this one, this one. Although much of the island has been stripped for agriculture, wildlife is also quite prevalent, especially in the undisturbed forests in the north and Blue Mountains. Animals like bats, hutia, boar, and the indigenous Jamaican boa and freshwater Jamaican slider turtle can be found. Speaking of agriculture, Jamaica was primarily used by the colonists for sugar plantations. However, today all sorts of crops are grown, but most notably the ackee fruit, which actually tastes salty, not sweet. Ackee is used in the national dish ackee and saltfish. Otherwise, other notable Jamaican dishes might include rice and peas, jerk chicken, chicken foot soup, manish water, steamed kalaloo, and gizada. And
you see, I tell you, you see chicken foot soup. But I tell you, in Africa, we eat the whole part of the chicken, bro. No, sorry, not the intestines, but we eat. What you know? What even here?
Don't waste the food.
Yeah.
Even here, I know. Even here, we eat a lot of stuff.
Like the gizzards and that.
Yeah, no, we do. Yeah, but not like we never had foot. Oh, actually, you can buy them. Actually, I've seen them at the shop.
Yeah. Was it the heart or the kidneys or the gizzard?
Yeah,
you can buy chicken.
You can buy it in Australia, I believe. So I've seen it at Woolworths.
It's in the packet.
Yeah.
So rather than the intestines and the feathers, we eat everything.
Oh my god.
I don't know about the head though, but legs and that, bro. I eat the chicken legs so many times.
Yeah, see, my son's gone silent wherever.
Yeah.
So he's alright.
Yeah, he's busy.
I know what half of you are thinking. Yes, let's talk ganja. Yes, we all know it. Cannabis is pretty internationally recognized as a part of Jamaican culture. It was actually introduced from India by indentured servants from India, which is where the word ganja comes from. It's weird because for the longest time, growing marijuana and even possessing it was illegal, even though you can literally just find plants in the middle of the forests. It wasn't until 2015 that the country voted to decriminalize and amend strict laws. Today, you are allowed to have up to 5 plants legally, more if you have a cultivator's license. Possession up to 2 ounces or 56 grams is legal. And Rastafarians are allowed to use it for religious purposes. And the Rastafarians are a whole other story. Jamaica's people are few, but
you say the Samaritans are allowed to use it for religious purposes?
Yeah, I heard that because some of it's tradition.
Yeah? Man, Rastafarians alone, bro, when it comes to the ganja, marijuana. He said no, he said for religious, what is it called? Religious purposes?
Yeah. But also like, some people have epilepsy and they actually have the oil.
It's a herb, it's good.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, would they decriminalize it, well, in my opinion.
Yeah, boy. But I didn't know that, sorry to cut you, but I didn't know that it came from India.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's weird. Like, that's crazy.
Well, if you hear marijuana, when people will say it just came from Jamaica, they will definitely say it comes from Jamaica. I didn't know that it came from India, man.
Yeah.
But I think it's like it's big in Jamaica. That's why.
Yeah.
Because of the culture, the Rastafarian.
But that's why it's called ganja. He's saying because it's
ganja, man. Huh? Marijuana.
Our son has an obsession with door stops.
Yeah,
he always grabs them all through the house, don't you?
If you don't know, it's going to go missing, as he's going.
Yes, he's hidden them somewhere.
You like playing with them. Let's go.
Incredibly world-renowned and unique in so many ways. Looks like a great time to discuss that in... Jamaica lives by the motto, out of many, one people, attributing the unity to all the cultural pieces that have made them who they are today. First of all, the country has about 3 million people and is the 3rd largest Anglophone nation in the Americas. The vast majority of Jamaicans identify as black at over 90%, about 7% are mixed, and the remainder are actually mostly made up of Asians, not whites, like the Chinese and Indian Jamaicans, with whites following after, mostly descended from British colonialists, and other people groups following. And the coolest thing is they all speak in a Jamaican accent. Here's a white guy and a Chinese guy both born in Jamaica.
Yeah.
come from Jamaica. I come from the western part of Jamaica. Can't really tell you where I come from down there though, because I don't know where I come from. I'm Jamaican.
Yeah.
People don't believe me. Them don't believe I come from
Yeah.
Jamaica because I'm Chinese.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But that's the same thing from here. Because I remember meeting some people in Europe, and like I met like an American, and he goes, you know, the one thing I find so amazing about Australia is seeing, you know, Asian people, like Vietnamese people and Chinese people with a strong Australian accent.
Oh yeah.
And he was like so shocked, and it was like, oh.
Well, I guess if you're born in there, raised in there, you get it. Yeah, you get it.
It's like anywhere.
It's like anywhere. Yeah. Oh, okay, alright. They have the British and the Asians too.
Yeah.
Cool, wasn't it? They use the Jamaican dollar as their currency, they use the Type A, B, American-style plug outlets, and they drive on the left side of the road. Now, even though they have a small population, Jamaica has probably made the biggest global impact for Caribbean culture out of all their neighbors. In the quickest way I can summarize their history, Tainos and Arawaks, Christopher Columbus comes in and calls it Santiago, slaves come in from Africa, Brits come in calling it Jamaica, slavery abolished in 1838, the Brits were like, dang, we need cheap labor since the slaves are free. Oh yeah, let's do the same thing we did with Guyana. Come on, Indians and Chinese! Finally, Jamaica gained independence in 1962, however, they still fall under the Commonwealth as a constitutional monarchy.
I always feel that when British come, they bring in Indians.
Yeah.
And because, you know, even South Africa, what they did was, I think because South Africa has a large population of Indians, because they, when they came, they said, nah, Africans, you just go that way. We're going to bring in Indians. They think that Indians are more smarter than us.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe that's what I think.
Yeah.
And they use them to do the railways and build them. They always bring Indians with them. Yeah. So it's like, oh, Africans, you stay out here, and then I will bring in Indians. Every time.
I know.
Always.
Monarchy, but Queen Elizabeth still remains the technical head of state, but nobody really sees her as like the head of state. Now, due to Jamaica's relative isolation from the rest of the Antilles, Jamaica had to kind of develop their own unique style of customs and traditions. For one, Christianity has played a huge role in Jamaica. Jamaica also has more churches per square kilometer than anywhere else in the world. Contrary to popular belief, Rastafarianism, although started in Jamaica in the 1930s, only makes a small minority of somewhere around 5% of the population. If you don't know anything about Rastafarianism, basically it's an Afrocentric belief system that takes inspiration from the Christian Bible as certain rituals and doctrines like the one we discussed in the Ethiopia episode, in which they believe that Haile Selassie was the Messiah. Yada. If you're interested in learning it, just Google it. I wish it was that easy. I wish I could just do that for every episode. Just Google it. Jamaica. Done. Second, we all know the biggest source of global influence for Jamaica would be, no doubt, the music. Starting in the 50s, Jamaica's ska and rocksteady precursors to the 60s reggae and dancehall melodies not only became super popular in themselves, but also paved the way for other branch genres like hip-hop and EDM. In order to really appreciate Jamaican music, though, it might be wise to brush up on the part I personally find most fascinating, patois. Now, although in a legal sense the official language of Jamaica is Standard Jamaican English, or SJE, many will say that technically there are two languages, the other being Jamaican patois, which is basically like an English Creole, much like what Haiti did with French. The thing is, Jamaican patois is kind of like a loose, feel-it-as-you-go type of language. It doesn't have an official standardized format, but there are certainly universally used words, such as talawa, crosses, picnic, duppy, big up, and of course everyone knows the classics wagwan and Irie. However, when they want to emphasize something, they like repeat the word twice, like pasa pasa, liki liki, liki. And they always use like filler words which don't have any meaning, but it kind of illustrates the story better. For example, okay, Jamaican Geography Darren wrote this, and I'm gonna try to see if I can do it. So me go so bumps and run a race, then me go and run hard, and me go rups, flick, and me win it easily. I don't know how I did. That was either incredibly offensive or kind of acceptable. But if you make a Jamaican friend, chances are you will get a nickname, and it's usually based off of anything they notice from you. Yo man, what your name?
Keith.
No man, you like the broom, your name Broomy. You eat the cupcake, your name Munchie. You're raising 3 daughters in a house in San Francisco. Me go and call you Bob Saget. Like that! Anyway, we could go on explaining more about the various festivals, traditions, dances, or how they are the only Caribbean nation with an active hockey team, even though all the players are like literally Canadian nationals, but that'll take too long. For what it's worth, some notable people of Jamaican descent might include Michael Lee Chin, Dr. Thomas P. Leckie, Oliver Samuel, sprinters Usain Bolt, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, and Asafa Powell, Merlin Oti, Dustin Brown, Jimmy Cliff, Ziggy Marley, Shaggy, Mona Hammond, Grace Jones, Sonia Richards-Ross, Mary Seacole, Damian Marley, Sean Kingston, Portia Simpson-Miller, Marcus Garvey, Naomi Campbell, Notorious B.I.G., Patrick Ewing, Louise Simone Bennett, and the most iconic Jamaican maybe of all time, the master himself, Robert Bob Nesta Marley. Alright, now we gotta move on and see who else likes to dance the reggae beat with Jamaica. If you ask a Jamaican what Jamaicans are best at, they'll probably say something like knowing how to slow down and take it easy when life needs to. Therefore, it's not hard for other countries to like Jamaica. First of all, Jamaica has close ties to Cuba, as they have been giving scholarships and medical help for decades. Treaties and business deals have always been active. They have a funny little rivalry with Trinidad and Tobago and Barbados, though, when it comes to dominating the tourism industry and sports competitions. But when they meet up as people, it's like they're brothers all over again. China keeps an eye on them, considering that they already have a noticeable Chinese minority. By the way, Tessa and Chin, who won The Voice in the US, was like a huge deal. And they have been investing like crazy over the past few decades. Jamaicans see this as kind of like a suspiciously nice gesture because they like the business, but they don't want to be taken over by excessive debt. Also, like mentioned in the Ethiopia episode, Jamaicans love...
We know, as Africans, everybody say, oh man, Chinese are coming for your natural resources. Chinese are giving you guys loans. It's going to be a loan, death trap and that.
I think all around the world people get nervous.
People get nervous, yeah. But if you look at America, man, America has the largest loan from China than any other country. But it's just Africans, and people think that everybody is coming to colonize us again. They think they're all freaking out.
Oh, I know.
It's crazy, man. Yeah. Oh, is that Australia right there?
Ethiopia, especially Rastafarians. In terms of their best friends, though, the Jamaicans I've talked to have said most likely their fellow Anglophone nations, the USA, Canada, and the UK. These areas have the largest Jamaican diaspora communities, and remittance money makes a huge part of their economy. Visa-free entry is allowed for each nation, and each country places Jamaica high on tourism publicity, which in return gives them huge global popularity. In conclusion, Jamaica is like the little island that could, and music was its fuel. People all around the world now put this tiny landmass in high regard, all because they have that certain Talawa charm, but with a laid-back life that everyone admires.
Yeah,
stay tuned, Japan is coming up next.
Yeah, I tell you, Jamaicans, if you meet them, they're very laid back, man.
The culture is.
Yeah, the culture, the Jamaica, the Rastafarian culture. That's why, man, I see some other people who wanna be Rastafarians and that, but they didn't do their research about Rastafarians.
Yeah.
Bro, Rastafarians are one of the coolest people in the world, bro. They're very chill, very calm people, yeah?
Yeah.
Very calm and very nice, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah, that's it for the episode, man, Sal.
Thank you guys for watching. Sorry if I seemed a bit distracted. Little man.
Oh, man. Look at him.
Little man is the boss in this household, if you guys have not realized. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed that episode though.
Yeah, that episode is good because I didn't even know that Naomi Campbell is from Jamaica, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know she's from Jamaica, Naomi Campbell, and there's some other stars I didn't know that they're from there, man. Yeah.
Crazy. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and let us know what you want us to watch.
Yep. Man, stay tuned for the Gambian one coming soon.
Yeah. See you soon.
The Gambia.
Bye.